There are currently more than 23,200 players listed on Baseball Reference. Each has their own page detailing their career stats. The most visited pages are those of the most famous and best players, but those are not necessarily the most fun. Here are some of the weirdest and wackiest pages on the site. This is Franklin. No one knows if that's his first name or last name. He's just Franklin. He appeared in one game in 1884, went 0 for 3, and then disappeared forever. He was the 1,018th player in MLB history, but he is completely unknown otherwise. By some metrics, John Paciorek is the most valuable player in baseball history. At the age of 18 in 1963, he was called up to the Houston Colt 45s. He had 5 plate appearances, in which he totaled 3 hits and 2 walks. The next day, he was sent down and never came up again. He remains the only player in MLB history to have a 1,000 on-base percentage. On the flip side are players like Bill Childress. Bill appeared in one game and never recorded an out as a pitcher, but gave up runs. This makes him have an infinite ERA because earned run averages are calculated based on the number of outs per 9 innings. Misery loves company, though, and at least Bill is not alone. Doc Hammond achieved the same feat in 1922, appearing in one game and failing to record an out while surrendering a run. Sometimes names are just fun. Apparently this guy is the only Nolan. That's apparently a nickname, though. Another player's name is Bud Weiser. No apparent connection to the company. This player's nickname is Macho Man. He never played in the big leagues, which is clearly our loss. Audie McDowell's page is very strange. Audie McDowell was drafted 6 times. His page also lists his utility bills from 2011 and 2012. There's a helpful note attached at the bottom by Baseball Reference. Utilities may not be complete, especially for players not named Audie McDowell, and does not include cable, telephone, electricity, gas, or trash pickup. That's helpful. Sometimes famous players have oddities as well. Ted Williams' page for Buried says frozen because he was cryogenically frozen upon death. Other players have crazy pages simply because of stats. Barry Bonds, Rogers Hornsby, and Babe Ruth have an insane amount of bold. Look at all that in a row for Hornsby. Here's one of my favorite pages. This is Mark Lemke. This page looks completely unremarkable. Well, it's actually noteworthy for what it doesn't have. Lemke has the longest career in MLB history without getting hit by a pitch. Over the course of more than 3,600 plate appearances, he just wasn't beamed. Without achieving this statistical anomaly, Lemke's name probably fades from baseball history, known only to those who followed his team at the time he played or were obsessed with MLB during the same time. But because of this anomaly, Lemke gets remembered. Ironically, because we know so little about players like Franklin, he gets remembered. It's very difficult to determine what will make you be remembered during your own lifetime. Sometimes it's the air of mystery you create. Sometimes it's what's unknown about you. Sometimes it's the strangest thing you did unintentionally, without even thinking about it. But regardless, there's almost always a reason to remember a given baseball player's page. Just as there might always be a reason for any individual to be remembered.